You can see that I've got the handle rough down now with the 36 grit, and it's actually coming along pretty well. And yes, I will be vacuuming later. I've got piles of sawdust. So I'm working on the inside of the bowl right now with the 36 grit, and it's coming along. Once that's all cleaned up, then I hop to the next grit, which is a 50 or a 60, depending on how bad it is still, and get it all cleaned up and make the edges rounded off a little bit better. And hopefully by then it'll be easier sanding after the next grit or two, and we're getting there. It's a lot of work. Right now I'm going to take a short break, and I'm going to eat some oysters, smoked oysters, and some of the tiny little mini sweet peppers, because peppers are good. They give you something that actually helps if you have like carpal tunnel, and by sanding all the time it wears on you pretty bad. So my wrists get a little numb, basically. My hands go numb, so I have to do it in spurts and get what sanding I can do done a little at a time. There's Tesla. Say hi, Tesla. Chloe's sleeping up on top of my work shelf, and Arnold's down here. Arnold, say hi. He doesn't want to say anything. Anyhow, it's coming along. Once I get that one done, then I hop onto the next one, and after that's done, I have some more over here. This is a giant oak one that I started when I first started carving. I'm finally getting to it, and just to show you how big the bowl is on that, remember I put my fist in the other one earlier, which was that one. Well, here's the bowl for the oak one. It's pretty big. I could fit the other one inside of it. So that one's going to be a pain in the neck because it's oak. And after I get them done, I have an entire bag full of sanded or boiled ones that I need to sand. And this bag probably has 20 or so pieces in it. So it's always a process trying to get something completed. And once I start completing one or two, then I can jump onto smaller ones, which are a lot easier to sand. I can get 3 or 4 of them done a day. Once they're done, then I come over to my workbench, and here's one here that I'm working on. I have to take the bowl out of it and then use my knife, roughing knife, to take down some more rough spots, like where the neck of the spoon is, and then that one will be ready to boil. And then I have all these here. I have 15 different pieces in a pile here. I mean, this whole thing is all just tons of different pieces that I need to chop out and then boil. And when I boil them, they get all cleaned up, and any bacteria or anything are gone. That's a picnic spoon. I have a couple pieces of black walnut here I'm working on. There's a coffee scoop. It needs to be taken down. So it's always a process. There's always a lot to do. It's just never ending, which is a good thing because it keeps me busy. And the more I do this, the better I get at it. Unfortunately, with the ladles, it's always going to be a very laborious process, especially the sanding.